Bow. Mic looks good. All right. Hello, everyone. NHL 20T gameplay trailer here today. We're going to be reacting to it. I was going to get up a little bit earlier and do this, but had to get a little bit more sleep for today's long day. With that being said, we're not going to do anything other than do our formalities right now, which means if you've liked my reactions in the past or you like my current content, remember to like the video/stream, hit the bell for the latest notification, subscribe, and like and follow me on my Facebook page for my latest updates. With that being said, we're not going to wait any much longer. We're going to go straight into this right now.
Welcome to the EA Sports NHL 23 gameplay deep dive. We're excited to show you some all-new features.
I love the celebration already.
Real-time strategies, X-Factor updates, and more. Last Chance Puck Movement is a new series of desperation gameplay animations that add an extra layer of authenticity and excitement to the game.
Love it, love it.
Now, if you receive any level of contact, from light bumps to heavy shoves, you'll still be able to react.
Wow, nice. And it depends on...
There was a loss of offensive player control to reward defense, but that never really felt authentic and mostly impeded the action. We wanted to fix that to keep the flow of the game moving.
Wow,
unique
yeah.
Plays. We've also added a new mechanic, where if you double tap, either shoot or pass while skating towards a loose puck, you'll be able to make a diving, desperation attempt at the puck.
Okay, nice. You should not only do passing, but shooting with that.
We focused on replicating real-world examples seen in the NHL. And what started as a small set of 25 animations expanded to the over 500 you'll find in the game. It's also important for us to ensure the feature is balanced. So we added these defensive situations as well.
Imagine that, but then it's a pass on towards the other end, and we have a breakaway.
Those desperation plays can be easily countered. To ensure authenticity, we try to keep you on your feet as much as possible before resorting to these more compromised and unideal shots. Strategies. To help give you more control over the action, we've updated our strategies across the board. We've added 2 new strategies to NHL 23. The first being the 1-3-1 power play, and on the penalty kill, we've added the 1-1-2,
power play. Thank you.
which you might know as triangle +1 or wedge +1. It serves as a good counter to the 1-3-1. We've also added the ability to rearrange the player positions before and after the face-off, which will increase your ability to set up plays. Plus, you can now assign 3 different roles on the power play. Distributor, finisher, and puck carrier. The AI will know who to distribute the puck to based on their role, position, situation, and X-Factor tendencies. We also added a new feature this year called Assisted Strategies. These will pop up in-game and let you know when there's an opportunity for your strategy to shift on the fly and give you a better chance to either get back into or finish the game. X-Factors are our most significant in-game abilities. And this year, we've added a pair of new ones and updated the...
They made it look more clean and easier to then switch, right?
Zegras is skilled up, which lets you recreate his viral flip pass over the net, and Sarah Nurse's Relentless, which increases your ability to shoot and pass while off balance. We've also been working on retaining and balancing the existing abilities.
Boudreaux! Oh!
And how they line up with the more...
Can't wait to see what he does in Columbus.
AI. This year, we focused on updating our AI's goaltending and teammate awareness abilities. AI goalies will now have access to more tools than ever, with over 300 new save animations that were previously only available to human goalies, adding more authenticity to their role. We also addressed the fundamentals, like improving goalie intelligence and ensuring we're rewarding proper positioning and puck tracking. And in an update to AI skaters, they'll now gesture to indicate when a player is open and which player is most dangerous when on the defensive side. They'll also lift their stick to show when they're taking a line change. These moments all lead to more
subtleties, love it,
and dynamic gameplay. Based on your feedback on NHL 22, we reworked pass assist, reducing the number of times you'll feel like you're completely off target, specifically on powered and out of vision passing. And to balance that, we're improving the ability to intercept or disrupt those passes if you're well positioned. But the offensive player will still be able to pass the puck behind the defender if they're positioned well, so the defenders won't act like a brick wall. We've also heard your feedback around poke checks, so we reduced player movement speed while in the defensive skill stick and decreased the effectiveness of poke checks when chasing or in a poor position. In addition, we increased puck carrier speed to create more separation between players and ensure that the fastest skaters in the league act like it. Thank you for tuning in.
Nice.
We'll be back in September to showcase more NHL 23 gameplay, presentation, game modes, and Hockey Ultimate Team.
Okay. Not bad. We got a small chunk of what we could be possibly seeing in the near future. Um, I think the main thing for me, I think it was well, obviously the last chunk punk movement. That's amazing. Like I get knocked off the puck way too much, and I play offline. So, and I have been slowly, adjusting the sliders to make it a little bit tougher for me to say win games and everything. So with that being said, it like um, having that addition of being able to defend better, um, having increased awareness from defensemen is pretty nice. But let's take a look at the last chance puck movement. It's something like that it could make or break a game. Like if it's late, like the last 10 seconds of the game, and someone knocks you off the puck or knocks the puck off of you, and you can double tap X and then pass it. That would be amazing, right? So I'm assuming that the last chance puck movement is not only for shots, it's for passes as well. So that's actually pretty nice, especially if you're making a desperation play, whether there be a pass across the crease or where it be a shot, in the direction of your opponent. So, and yeah, like it'll be nice to see like if how that combines with the 1-3-1 formation. I think that's something that's going to be pretty crazy. I think a lot of people are going to be using the 1-3-1, changing positions up a little bit as well. That seems like would be used as one of the more main features by a lot of people who play offline and online. Depending on, of course, the preference of team. It depends on players too. You can't just have any team do a 1-3-1, mainly because you don't have all the players who can, you know, pull that off. Now, does every team have at least one good defender? Yeah, sure, but you don't wanna focus too much on your forward group at that point, right? But that's a whole different story, right? It really comes down to your personal preferences. So obviously strategies, that's another thing. Like we just discussed that to an extent. Now this is something that I'm actually pretty happy about. Like coach adjustments and everything. A lot of people like taking their franchise, for example, and locking everything and just being the coach. So CPU trades, all that is on, but you be the coach itself. All you do is literally coach actions, right? Changing lines, changing strategy, stuff like that, which is pretty nice to see. Like you can see the lockdown defense, you can easily accept, easily decline. You have enough time before each face-off to do so. Pull goalie. You don't have to have a situation where your goalie's pulled and you don't know, like you're not focusing on the fact that the goalie's pulled and then boom, you lose the game, right? Because you might have had a chance to get a goal. So at this point, like you can be up the ice or going up the ice at the blue line, for example, and pull the goalie and then have an opportunity to score a goal and tie the game. X factors, not too like that. I'm 50-50 on X Factor. Like X Factors are, I wouldn't say great or not great. These they just put a name on things that were already kind of being added to games. They would add skill animations, all those kind of stuff before. It was not tied to X Factors. So I believe it's just a label for things that are pretty much already in the game. Except for, of course, those more unique moments. But this is something that I'm glad about. More animations. Goalies seem like they move exactly the same in the crease all the time, and you don't want them to look exactly the same. Amazing goalkeeping animations that we see here, and something as simple as covering the puck. Now this is another one. like having players communicate. Like there's two players who are saying, "Hey, do not pass to me. Pass up the boards, right?" And lo and behold, like what happens? He passes up to Beniers, and then something as simple as someone changing, and then if a player, depending on strategy as well, right? That also depends on the strategy. Like look at Oshi saying, "Hey, pass to Ovi," and then Ovi shoots, right? Mm-hmm. There's the pass assist, right? And updated interceptions. This is something else that I've kind of thought about as pretty decent. I don't know how accurate it will be because we already have people intercepting pucks quite a bit when you try to pass to the crease and or through players. Um, but at that point, yeah, that's pretty much it. They didn't go into super detail in modes, but they did say they're gonna at the end of the trailer they're gonna go through everything in modes. Look at McDavid, just like you want McDavid's speed to make a difference, and he goes through the entire defense, as you can see there. Not bad. So that's pretty much it. That's my reactions to the NHL 22, NHL 22, 23 game patrol. You can call it 22 if you want. If you play franchise, you know it's 23. And it's not the same game in franchise. Just saying. But that's a conversation for another day entirely. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like the video / stream, hit the bell for latest notifications, select Facebook, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys all next time. Take care.